Hello everyone, in this short and sweet Adobe Illustrator tutorial you will learn everything you need to get started. So when you first open Adobe Illustrator, um, you'll see the screen, and then from here you create new, switch to print. So since we're going to create a print documents and it's A4, therefore you select print, and from the right side is a preset details. So we'll switch to pixels, and then the orientation is a portrait. Since we are creating one-page documents, it is 1. If it's 2 pages document, just change to 2. So we're creating 1 page, and the bleed is what we call the save area. So we changed to from 0 to 3 mm. All will change. Just use the tab key, and then the next thing is to just make sure that under the advanced options you have a CMYK color. So it's recommended to have CMYK for print and RGB for digital images. So we create, great. So right here, if you look at the interface, on the left we have all the tools. On the top we have drop down menus. Okay, suppose you want to save the documents, save as. You want to save as PDF, save a copy. So you wanted to maybe paste some object, paste in place, paste on all artboards. So you can select these options. My favorite is this window where I can find all my tools and panels. And then on the right side, this is your best friend. These are the properties panel. So anything you do from here, you want to draw shape, a vector shape, a flyer, banners, text. It's all here. You select the tools, and then you can change the options from here. The first thing I want to do is to change the background, okay, and I want to place it in a separate layer, okay, so it'll be easier for me to manage. So for the staking, to create kind of stacking order, we use layers. So I'm going to call this layer as background layer, okay? And then I'll create a new layer from the layers panel, and I'll lock this one. I'll change the color first. So to change the background color, we use a vector tool. It's what we call the rectangle, because this is rectangular shape, so just draw a rectangle. And then from the color palettes, here is a fill and behind is a stroke. So we're just gonna double click and pick the background color. And then I will lock this layers. Okay, maybe I can just, let me show you one more time. This is the background. Lock this one, add a new layer. Okay, this layers, I'll just call it vector shapes. Okay, so let's start with the very first tool. That's a select tool. So if you want to select any shape, use a shortcut V, or just use this one. Okay, so you want to make some changes to your shape, you'll always uh, hit the arrow key. Now we want to draw a circle, so select ellipse tool. All you need to do is to go to number 4, press and hold, and you see ellipse tool. Just draw the shape. Okay, so this is a vector shape. It means it has fill, and it also have this line. Okay, so we go to, if you want to switch color, this is how we do this, the two-headed arrow. I'm gonna off the stroke. So to off the stroke, you just hit just below the stroke color, there's a tiny box, so you just click this one, so no more stroke. And I'm gonna go double click. This time I'm gonna select color swatches, and I'll pick some color. Okay, so you have this more time, color swatches. Okay, now I want to place some text, so use a text tool. When you press and hold the text tool, you have type tool, you have type on a path tool, you have a vertical type tool. So I'll select type tool, and I'll just type my name. My name is Sean. Use a select tool to select your shape. So I'm gonna, if I select this one, you look at the properties, and I'm gonna select my favorite font mirrored is here, and I will change this to 72 point. And to change the color, I can change color from here. I can use the swatches. I can use the color panels. Okay, like just pick one color from here. Maybe I can just use the eyedropper tool on the left and do like this just to pick color. This is the same as like any other Adobe tool. So let's say I just want to pick this yellow color. I don't want to go through, double click and find my yellow color, exact yellow color. Though I can actually look at this code, I can copy paste the code. But what I want to do, I just want to find a quick way. So select your text, use this eyedropper tool, and hit that circle. The color will change. I can also create an outline text. So you can actually use the stroke option. Okay, you can have a dash, and I will off my, let's say we don't have any, you just want to change some. As you can see, this is a stroke color. So stroke is right here, and whatever options you want to select for text, all are here. You can easily off and on the stroke or fill color. Okay, so what I want to do next is I want to delete this first. So just hit delete this one, and double click, maybe just pick some nice color from here. Just gonna pick green, dark green, and I will draw a circle. So this circle, you notice that there's no stroke. Look at my cursor here, there's no stroke, there's a fill. And what I want to do, I want to create a pattern. Okay, so the pattern is something that we use a tool. One of my favorite tools is a transform. So we're gonna use a move tool. So first select your circle, and after that you use the uh, transform tool. Okay, so we try to use the angle. Let's try to angle 0, and I'm gonna use maybe 50 verticals because I want to move this shape to 50. Okay, maybe 100. More space. 100 pect, and then I'll copy. So the next thing is you want to repeat these patterns, right? You want to repeat this copy paste and build that patterns. You press and hold Command D or Control D, or you can, if you don't want to use a shortcut, right after you move the shape, you go to Object, Transform, and select Transform again. Okay, let's do again one more time. So this time I'm going to select everything, right click, group it, and this time I'm going to build this vertical movement. uh, Use the vertical move option, so you select transform move. Okay, and this time I'm gonna say vertical. This will be 0. Okay, and I'm just going to keep maybe distance 80, which is too much distance, and I'll copy, and then Command D, Control D is a shortcut to just repeat. So this could be a background color, okay, for any uh, collaterals you want to create, maybe banner, posters. Okay, right. So let's create another documents, and select print. This time I want to show you how we can use a line tool. So this time press and hold the rectangle tool, star, and we draw a star, switch color. Okay. So if you go under Windows, select Align Panel, you'll find some great options for you to align your shape. Okay. So you can actually align your, let's say I want to place this right at the center. Select this one. And align at the middle. So it's nicely aligned. Let's draw another shape. This time I'm going to draw a line. So as I mentioned, that if you look at the tool on the left, the top is right here now is a fill, and below that it's what we call the stroke. Okay, so you can also, from the properties, you can select the stroke. So I'm gonna change this to maybe 5 pixels, okay, 5 points, and I will have a dash. Okay, I'll keep a very light, maybe 2-point distance. Gap maybe 1, and color I want to have maybe this one. Okay. So you can see here, this is a line. So it's pretty straightforward. What I'll do is I will just move this transform move, and this time I'm gonna use vertical 100, 0. Copy, and I can just do this. And I can select all the lines I have, convert to group, right click, group, and I can align this right at the center, at the middle of. So this is another, and I place this again, you right click, and what I can do is I can group this way so it become one shape. Right click and group. So that's how we do a simple documents. Let's say you wanted to have, delete, Command A, Control A to select everything. Okay. So let's say you want to create a logo. So for the logo, we can create, we can use symbols. You can also download symbols from other sources. So if you drop down Windows, select symbols, and let's say I want to create a simple logo, maybe a design. So you can actually look at the library, you have all these options you have, but I'm selecting this one on the symbol, and I will just type text AUD sign. So let's say this is my logo. I'll use double click this one. You can actually edit your shape, just double click and you can edit the symbols. Right, so what I want to do is I just want to make sure that they are aligned. Okay, so this will be, I'll group it. Okay, so this become my logo, and what I can do, I can place this logo, it's a name card, so you can download a template name card. or you can create your own name card. Okay, all you need to do is just place this logo over. Okay, so you right click and select send to back. So this could be the logo on the name card and the second box with all the details. So this is how we use some of the very basic tools in Adobe Illustrator. Let's say I wanted to have, let me just close this. I want to create a new document, and in this document I'm gonna have two artboard, okay, two pages. So you click on the artboard tool right here, just above the zoom tool, and I will add another artboard. I can edit my artboard. I can move my artboard. I can delete, and I can also copy and paste. So let's say I want to have a color for this one. Color. So I can actually copy and I can paste two artboards. Two artboard means two pages. Right, so what I can do, I can actually use the zoom tool to zoom, just drag and zoom, shortcut is Z, or I can use H, because when you have multiple pages, it can be difficult for you to navigate through your pages. So in that case, you can use the H key to move your shape. Okay, so let's say this is a name card. I can actually just paste, okay, the logo. Yeah, I can create a logo right here. Let's say this is the logo. Okay, and I want to place this right at the, so I'm just going to use the align tool. So it's nicely aligned. These are the two pages. One last step before we end this video. So once you finish all the details, you go to file and you save. Make sure you save your work. That is very important. Save on your computer. And I'm just going to call it my AI. So that's the source file. And to convert your source file to PDF, you drop down File, Save a Copy, select PDF, okay, and save a PDF. So once you finish it, let me show you one more time. Save a copy, and I'm going to use this tab tool. So this is a PDF. Sorry, that was Adobe Illustrator. Let me do save a copy, select PDF, save. Once you finish, save. So this is a PDF, 2 pages. I hope you enjoy these tutorials. Thank you, everyone.